Luxembourg. The British Antarctic Territory. Jordan. Latvia. Queen Maud Land. The Netherlands. Laos. Estonia. The Cayman Islands. Jersey. Lesotho. Japan. The Marshall Islands. Sark. Denmark. Switzerland. Finland. Guadeloupe. Croatia. Kingman Reef. Cyprus. Norway. Curacao. Palau. Cameroon. Iraq.
The all-deciding moment has come. Today, you get to find out the winner of this edition. 201 countries have entered, 26 of which competed in this final to get the ultimate prize. Which one was victorious, though?
You have been as eager as ever to vote here, with this final having the highest televote turnout of this edition, at least shared with the first semifinal. Not just that, we also had the biggest jury turnout ever this edition, with 23 juries having submitted a vote. Before we reveal those jury votes, though, let's give you a quick reminder of the songs that competed here. Here's a short recap.
the card game. Fishessen, the card game. Fishessen, the card game. The tickle machine. The tickle machine.
Geschmückten Händen am Gold, ich lieb dein Staub in mein Haar. Die Straße duftet nach Benzin, der Chai Shirin schmeckt süß. Kein schöneres Land als meine Heimat.
Well, now that you had a reminder of our finalists, let's go to the voting. We will ask the 23 spokespeople from the national juries for their votes one by one. But before we do so, we first need to know if we have a valid jury vote. So Mr. Miralilir, can you tell us if we have one?
I can indeed, as we do have a valid jury result. The votes of our 23 national juries have been checked and verified, and you are good to go.
We have a jury vote. Well, let's go straight to it and ask the first jury for their points.
The first jury we will visit today is the French Southern and Antarctic lands, where we greet Nolwenn Leroy. Hello to you. How are you?
Are you kidding me? It's freezing down here. I was told I'd go on a nice vacation, only to end up in Antarctica to present the points in... I don't even know what this is.
Yeah. Well, anyway, about those points, can you please tell us who got the top points from the French Southern and Antarctic lands?
If that means that I'm brought somewhere with nicer weather, fine. The top points from the French Southern and Antarctic lands go to our fellow French territory Guadeloupe, which gets 20 points.
Guadeloupe takes the first top points of the night. Thank you, Nolwenn. A helicopter should pick you up in just a moment and bring you to your vacation in Madagascar.
Thank God.
Well, that was certainly one way of opening this vote, wasn't it? Anyway, let's move on to the next jury.
We now move over to the Marshall Islands, where... Oh my god, what is that?
Hello everyone, it's me, the Princess of the Marshall Islands, McCrusty Tuna McTreemem. I'm here to present the points of these islands today.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Just make sure to get it over quick.
If you say so. I can reveal that the Marshall Islands didn't just give one country the full 24 possible points, but did so for 3 countries. The first country to get this many points is Estonia. The second country that gets 24 points is the Cayman Islands. And finally, we give 24 points to Lesotho.
Thank you, McCrusty Tuna. I guess I speak for all of us when I say, let's go to the next jury quickly.
Well, that was quite something, so let's go from the jury of Georgian Potato to a jury whose presenter is probably their biggest nemesis, as we greet the legendary Alice Olstorn in St. Martin. Good afternoon, Alice.
Hello to you, it is me, the Clown Princess of St. Martin, who's still quite sad by my underwhelming result last time. Don't worry though, I'm back soon for sure to bring you an absolute banger of a song, and that one will certainly win.
Yeah, right. We will see about that, but first, maybe get the top points from St. Martin, please?
Absolutely. St. Martin couldn't really decide on a clear winner, so we never went above 12 points, but gave those to 4 different songs. The first 12 points go to the Cayman Islands. The second 12 points go to the Marshall Islands. Next, we gave 12 points to Sark. And finally, we give another 12 points to Curaçao.
Quite a few top points, but I'm certain all these countries will be pleased with them. Thank you, Alice.
See you.
From the Caribbean, we move to East Asia, where we greet Indonesia's spokesperson and last edition's East Timorese entrant, the great Tiara Andini. Hello, Tiara.
Hello to you as well. Indonesia was really eager to get a good result this edition and therefore spared no cost to bring you the biggest national final ever. Sadly, it didn't quite work out as hoped, but we will hopefully get a better result next time. Either way, the show you hosted was great, and we are happy to be a jury here once again.
Nice to hear that. May we get your top points, please?
Absolutely. Indonesia sadly didn't have that many points to give out, so our favorite entry only got 5 points. But we hope those will make a difference. We can confirm that these top points go to the Netherlands. Congratulations.
The Netherlands is getting top points from one of its former colonies. I'm sure they are glad you still hold a positive opinion on them. Have a good night.
Our next jury is from a country we in Latvia have quite fond memories of, as we go to Switzerland and... Oh God, it's Lumo.
Hello everyone. Yes, it is me, Lumo, the most beloved Eurovision mascot of this millennium.
Well, aren't you like the only mascot of this millennium?
What? No. Don't you all remember that drone from 2022?
Wait, that was supposed to be a mascot?
Apparently so. At least people on Reddit think so.
The more you know. Anyway, enough of that. May we get your top points, please?
Oh, yeah, sure. While Switzerland liked quite a few songs, one in particular was more important to us than the others. And that one is... Finland. You get the Swiss 24 points. Congratulations.
Finland takes top points from last edition's host country. They are quite happy about that. I'm certain of that.
Let us now go to South America, a continent really unlucky in these last two editions considering it didn't reach the final with any country. We therefore greet the guest jury from Peru, where Alexander Queque Wucedo, better known as Alekiman, will give out the points. Good afternoon, Alex. May we get the Peruvian points, please?
Good evening, Liepaja. It has been such a great show from you. Peru is a bit sad that we couldn't be part of it, but I promise, next edition, we are back for sure. Trust me. I will try it myself if necessary.
That sounds promising. Can't wait to see that.
Good to hear. Well, as for our points, we didn't have all that many of them available, so we had to go a bit lower with the top points and only give out 5 points as maximum. And those 5 points went to Cameroon. Congratulations to you.
Cameroon takes the top points from Peru. Perhaps not that many, but they will for sure be happy anyways. Thank you, Alex. Have a nice day.
We now move over to Armenia, where we greet... Hey, wait a minute, aren't you Chelsea Wolfe from Kingman Reef? You can't be a spokesperson here. You are participating in this final.
Huh? What do you mean? I'm not Chelsea Wolfe, I'm Cher, the legendary singer who had like 5 musical comebacks in her career.
What? Oh, never mind then. How are you? And how did you end up in Armenia?
Well, I was asked by my ancestral country to represent their jury points today. Armenia is of course quite sad that for the 4th time now, we failed to make it even to the semifinals. For the 2nd time, even the quarterfinals. But next time, we for sure will do it. I'm absolutely certain of that.
Well, let's hope you're right. May we have the Armenian top points, please?
Of course, Armenia couldn't quite decide on a single country to get them, and instead gave these points to 3 countries. The first 24 points go to Lesotho. The second 24 points go to Sark. And lastly, we give 24 points to Kingman Reef.
Lesotho, Sark, and Kingman Reef get 24 points from Armenia. All of them are for sure pleased with this. Thank you, Chelsea. I mean, Cher.
Let us now go to the United Kingdom, where once more, we can greet Murdoch Nichols as their spokesperson. Hello, Murdoch. How are you?
Honestly, I'm a bit confused why I'm once again the UK spokesperson. Like, don't they have anyone else to present their points? It's a bit strange. Us is the selection of songs that are in this final. Like, what is this? There are so few songs our juror wanted to support that he didn't even bother to use all his points. Like, when has that happened before? I don't think it ever has. Truly a disappointment.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, may we get to know what the UK top points were?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, I just had this urge to rant a bit once more. I guess that's why I keep getting selected here anyway. Oh well, the top points go to good old Basuto land. I mean Lesotho. Sorry, I'm British. I guess those old colony names just stuck with me. Either way, they get 12 points from us.
12 points from the UK to Lesotho. May they help them in the end. Either way, have a nice day, Murdoch.
Speaking of former British colonies, let's move over the Atlantic to the United States, which, believe it or not, only now have a national jury for the first time. There, we greet Dorothy from, well, the band called Dorothy. Hello to you. How are you?
Hi, the US is glad to finally get to present points in one of these contests. You have hosted a great show here, and while we ourselves haven't reached the final, quite undeservedly, I might say, we wish our territory of Kingman Reef the best over there. Now, as you can see from our lower points, we didn't want to block vote too much. We are not Worldvision birds after all, so we only gave 8 points to her, but there is in fact one song we liked enough to give it the full 24 points.
Oh, and what song is that?
Well, the United States have decided that the one song worthy of our top points is Finland. Congratulations.
Finland gets top points once again. Thank you, Dorothy, and have a nice day.
From the US, we go back to Europe, where we greet Irish-German artist Violet. Violet, why are you holding a fish? What, this? Oh, I bought it from some Pakistani fish merchant in London. I think it's very good, and it was very cheap, as he just took £1 for each fish. Right. Anyway, before we get too distracted, can you tell us who got the German top points? Yes, of course. While Germany only had a total of 16 points this time, we made them count and gave 12 of them to one country, and that country is Laos. Congratulations! Laos takes top points from Germany. They are probably pleased to get this honor. Have a nice evening.
Let us now go to Bulgaria, where we can greet Tino as their spokesperson. Good evening, Tino.
Good evening, Latvia. You have hosted such a great show this edition. We are quite sad Bulgaria had to leave it so early once again, but we hope to turn things around soon. After all, our country is in a bit of an upwards trend concerning song contests right now, with us soon hosting Worldvision and returning to Eurovision next year.
We can't wait for those things. Before they happen though, may we get your points please?
Of course. Bulgaria had 3 songs it liked enough to give 24 points to. The first of those 3 is the Netherlands. The second 24 points go to Finland. And lastly, we give 24 points to Iraq.
The Netherlands, Finland, and Iraq getting the top points from Bulgaria. Let's hope that for one of them, these may end up being the winning points. Have a good night, Tino.
Let us now go all the way to the other side of the world, to New Zealand, where Rosé of Blackpink fame wants to present the points. Good morning to you. How are you?
Good evening to you. I'm great. I'm so happy to have been asked to present the points from my birth country today. New Zealand is of course sad that it once again couldn't get out of the quarterfinals this edition, but one day, we will do it for certain. Now, the New Zealand jury has voted and has come to a conclusion. While we didn't have that many points to give out, we wanted to give one country the maximum 12 we were allowed to give it. Said country is our fellow Oceanian country, the Marshall Islands. Congratulations.
The Marshall Islands get top points from New Zealand. Looks like the Oceanian bond is quite strong between these two today. Thank you, Rosé. Let's hope we hear from you again sometime.
Going back to Europe now, as we have Malta ready to give us their points. They are presented by another Maltese Eurovision artist, the great Ira Lasko. Good evening, Ira.
Hello, Lipaya. What a great show it has been. Almost as good as Eurovision 2002, when I got my country a glorious second place. Oh well, as I was sad to find out, Malta couldn't get to the final yet again this time. But one day, we will for sure. If everything else fails, maybe I'll even do it myself at some point. Oh well, let's not talk about Malta, but instead the points we give to the finalists today.
Good idea. May we get your top points, please?
Sure. Malta gave 24 points to 3 countries this edition. The first of those go to the Cayman Islands. The second 24 points go to Lesotho. And finally, we give 24 points to Finland.
The Cayman Islands, Lesotho, and Finland score yet again. Thank you, Ira. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Let us now move over to North Korea, where for the second time, we have the honor of speaking to the Supreme Leader himself, Mr. Kim Jong-un. Hello to you. May we get the North Korean points, please?
Hello, yes, I am back once again, and I have the points from our glorious nation. North Korea is of course sad that we once more didn't make it to the final, but this time, it's completely understandable after our delegation selected that despicable K-pop group as our representatives. Don't worry though, something like that won't happen again, as our head of delegation has mysteriously and without any involvement of the government whatsoever just disappeared shortly after that failure, and the replacement will make sure we do well once more.
Right. Anyway, didn't you want to give us your points?
Of course, North Korea gave the top 24 points to 3 countries this time. The first top points go to the Cayman Islands. The second top points go to SARC. And finally, we give 24 points to Iraq.
24 points to the Cayman Islands, Sark, and Iraq. All three of them will for sure be happy with this. Have a good night.
We already had one member of a famous band presenting the points of an Oceanian country, so let's now do so again when Dinah Jane from Fifth Harmony presents the points of her ancestral country of Tonga. Good morning, Dinah.
Good evening, Latvia. Yes, my ancestral country asked me personally to present their points today. They are happy that Tonga can be part of the final at least this way once more, and are also really proud of ART for bringing us to another round for the first time ever this edition. May we see more success stories like this in future editions. But now, let's give you the points from Tonga.
That's what we're here for. So who got your top points?
Well, we also couldn't decide on just one country, so we gave 24 points to 3. The first of them is the Netherlands. Second, we gave 24 points to the Cayman Islands. And finally, we give 24 points to Iraq.
The Cayman Islands and Iraq get top points from back-to-back juries, while the Netherlands can also improve their score with lots of points. Quite a success for all three of them.
From Tonga, we move over to another set of islands in a different part of the world, as we go to the Falkland Islands now. There, British Eurovision legend Sam Ryder is waiting for us. Hello Sam, how did you end up there?
Oh hello, I must admit I was sadly banished to these islands after my recent album kind of flopped almost everywhere. Apparently my label only wanted to keep me if I'm one of the biggest artists in the place I'm at, so they brought me here. I'm now the second biggest artist island-wide only after a legendary music producer known as Mythical Diamond. Must be a big deal here apparently. Anyway, the Falkland Islands have voted, and we hope to have come up with a satisfying jury result.
We certainly hope so. Can you give us your top points please?
Sure, we liked one song enough to give it 12 points, and that song is the one from our fellow British territory, the British Antarctic Territory. Congratulations!
Looks like the British territories support each other today. Thank you, Sam. Have a nice day.
Back to Europe once again now, as we greet Magda Gessler in Poland. Good evening, Magda. Can you tell us who the Polish points went to?
Hello to you as well, of course I can, even if voting was not easy, obviously. This show has just been so incredible that we had to think a bit about who we would give the top points to. But in the end, we made a decision. First though, here are our lower points.
Well, that's good to hear. So who did you give your top points to in this edition?
Well, we also didn't just give them to one country, but 3 instead, all of which got 24 points. The first 24 go to Luxembourg. Second, we give 24 points to Japan. And lastly, we gave another 24 points to the Marshall Islands.
Luxembourg, Japan, and the Marshall Islands are awarded 24 points by Poland. May they bring them success today?
We already had North Korea present their points. Now the South will do so too. Therefore, we are greeted by Huntrix and the Saja Boys from the recent Netflix hit K-pop Demon Hunters. Hello to you. What an honor to meet you.
Hello, South Korea is glad to have been invited to this jury vote, even after our own participation wasn't the most successful, despite being represented by the group known here as United Samsung Korea. I guess they didn't unite the voters of this contest behind them enough. Oh well, South Korea is sure to have way more tasteful votes than those pesky North Koreans, which our lower points should clearly prove. But yes, before anyone asks, we are such a nice nation that we obviously gave points to every finalist. Though 3 in particular were so good, we even gave them 24 points.
Oh really? And which ones are those?
The first of them is the Netherlands. The second is Lesotho. And at last, we gave 24 points to Finland.
I'm sure these 3 and all other finalists are quite happy for these points. Thank you, and have a good night.
From South Korea, we go back to Europe, where we want to see the Irish jury and... what the hell?
Hello, it is me, Humphrey the Horse, here to present the Irish points today.
Right. Have you somehow taken the wrong turn from the Worldvision universe?
On the contrary, Due to my exquisite communication abilities, Ireland has acquired the verdict that I am the most qualified to be their spokeshorse today. Something our juror, the legendary AGG, has totally not just decided to troll a certain person called Wolfie.
Sure. Anyway, can you please tell us who your points went to?
Affirmative. The Irish jury has given out a maximum of 12 points, which it awarded to 3 countries. The first of them is Japan. Second, we gave out 12 points to my personal favorite, the great horse island of Sark. And lastly, we gave 12 points to Palau.
Well, I think that second one won't surprise anyone today. Either way, have a nice evening.
Well, that was certainly as weird as it may get today, so let's look at Spain now and... Wait, it can't be. But this is Wolfie's vote. How... Okay, how did this happen? I thought Wolfie despised your song. And how did he give a point to Sark too?
Well, you see, Wolfie decided that he finally had to face his traumas head-on, and so he let me represent him today. Now, he has already suffered a lot this edition, so I hope you all proved that he still can do well in contests like this, and gave his songs lots of points.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, speaking of points, who did Spain award the most of them to?
Well, Spain liked 3 songs enough to give them 24 points. Number 1 is Japan. The second one is Norway. And lastly, we gave 24 points to Palau.
Well, 2 out of those seem very familiar from the last jury. Anyway, thank you for presenting here today, and have a nice night.
We don't go far from Spain for the next jury, as said jury is from Andorra. There, we greet Spanish artist Jay Cabello. Good evening, Andorra. May we get your points, please? You certainly can. You have organized an amazing show here. Andorra has enjoyed it very much, even if we were tragically robbed quite early on. However, we will try again, and we hope that soon, we are back in the grand final once more. We sure hope so as well. However, we are still awaiting your top points for this edition. And I shall deliver them. Andorra didn't have that many points, but we liked one song enough to give it 12 of them, and said song is from Lesotho. Congratulations. Lesotho once more receives top points. Thank you, Jay. Have a good night.
We now move over to Austria, the next country to host Eurovision, and their spokesperson, Baby Jane. Wait a minute. How are you Austrian again?
Honestly, I have no idea myself, but I'm Austrian enough that Kaido allowed me to represent the country in Fandovision a while ago. Anyway, while I'm here, let me quickly say that for last edition, we have to establish hashtag Jarvis Island was so robbed. I clearly deserved the final there.
Right. Well, for now, you are Austrian again, so may we get the top points Austria gave out in this edition?
I wasn't finished yet. Of course, we also need to establish hashtag Austria into the final at last. I mean, it worked for Denmark last time, so maybe it works here too?
Yes, sure, but we still need your top points.
All right. Austria liked 3 songs enough to give 24 points to them. The first of those is the Netherlands. The second 24 points go to Guadeloupe. And finally, we give 24 points to Norway.
There you have it. Netherlands, Guadeloupe, and Norway get the Austrian top points. Thank you, Jane. Have a good remaining evening.
We now go to our last jury of this edition, and the only African one, when going to South Sudan and... Oh my god, what is that?
Hello, it is me, the Germ, here to present the jury vote of my country of origin, the great nation of South Sudan.
You know what? After we had that abomination of a princess in the Marshall Islands and a talking horse already, this is somehow not the weirdest thing to happen today.
Good that you see it this way. Anyway, the South Sudanese jury liked quite a few songs, but 2 entries in this final stood out to them enough that they received 24 points from us.
Well, okay then. Which ones were it?
The first of them is the Pritch Antarctic Territory. Meanwhile, the other one is our fellow African nation of Cameroon.
The British Antarctic Territory and Cameroon take the last top points of this jury vote. For the British Antarctic Territory, this also means that it will be on the left side of the scoreboard, at least as far as the juries are concerned.
Well, with that, let's take a look at where we stand right now. In third place of the jury vote, we have the Netherlands with 180 points. In second place is Finland with 210 points. And in first, we have Lesotho at 214 points, leading this vote by just 4 points. Evidently, this jury vote hasn't really given us a clear leader yet, and so it will depend on the Discord prediction vote and the televote as to who will be the winner of this edition.
Speaking of the Discord prediction vote, let's take a look at that next. Unlike last edition, this time every predictor actually voted, so we have a complete result consisting of 174 points. So let's see who got them.
As last edition, we reveal these from lowest score received to highest, though we leave out all the countries that didn't get any prediction points. Therefore, let's start with the country that got the least amount of prediction points, which was just a single one, which goes to Laos.
Going slightly higher to 2 prediction points, which were awarded to Estonia.
2 prediction points as well were given to Queen Maudland.
We now go up to 3 prediction points, which were awarded to Cyprus.
Going up yet again, now awarding 4 prediction points. And those go to Jordan.
The next country to get prediction points was awarded a total of 5 points there, so let's reveal that said country is Norway.
We increase once more, awarding 6 prediction points now, which were given to Palau.
Meanwhile, 7 points were granted to the Marshall Islands.
Another 7 prediction points were awarded to Kingman Reef.
The next country getting prediction points received a total of 8. Said country is Curacao.
Another 8 points were awarded to Sark.
And we give out yet another set of 8 points, which go to Guadeloupe.
We're at 9 points now, and those were granted to Cameroon.
We can reveal that another 9 points from the prediction challenge go to the Netherlands.
The next country got a total of 10 prediction points. That country is the British Antarctic Territory.
These prediction scores keep increasing as the next country gets 11 points there. And that country is Iraq.
Meanwhile, 12 points from the prediction challenge were awarded to Luxembourg.
Massive boost for a country that was second to last with our juries, but not the biggest boost from these prediction points, as another country received 13 points from them. And that country is Japan.
We go even higher, as an additional 14 points were awarded to Finland.
We now make the biggest jump so far, as the next country received 17 points from predictions. And that country is Lesotho.
However, that's not the highest we get from them, as the last country to get prediction points received a whopping 18 of them. Said country is the Cayman Islands.
So in conclusion, while the top two remain the same, the Cayman Islands overtake the Netherlands as number 3 in current placements. The gap between first and second has increased to 7 points, though this is still way too close to tell which of them might be victorious in the end. If it's one of them at all, as the televote might change everything we know so far.
Before we go there though, we wanted to continue a bit of a tradition of this contest at this point, and honor some of the songs that have not made it to this final. From the 201 participants this edition, 175 couldn't reach the final, yet so many of them would have deserved it. Therefore, here are 18 of the non-qualifiers, one from each of the previous rounds.
Die a million times. Guts on the floor, souls full of knives. Rope around my neck like a lullaby. I fall back cause I testify.
Oh
Well, and with that, only the televote remains. At last, we will see which country managed to win it all.
In order to present the televote result, we have to once more ask our executive supervisor if we have a valid result. So, Mr. Muralilir, do we have a televote result?
Hello again. Yes, I can confirm that we have checked and verified the televote from all over the world and that we now have a valid final result. So, you are good to go.
We have a televote result, so let's take a look.
As in previous editions, we will present the televote in the order of the current positions in the table, starting with the country that has received the least points from jury and prediction vote. That country is currently Switzerland. Switzerland, the public has awarded you 18 points.
This means that we already know for certain that Switzerland, for the second edition in a row, will finish in last place. Still, a round of applause for them, as they have gotten a somewhat decent score overall. Well, let's now look at the country that's currently just 1 point above Switzerland, which is Croatia. Croatia, you have received from the public 33 points.
Next up is the surprise country of the season, Laos. Again and again, they were called doomed even by their main sponsor Christian, and yet they are in this final. Can they surprise once more? Laos, the public has given you 72 points.
Just like that, Laos at least temporarily jumps all the way to 12th place. Let's see if it can stay there when we take a look at Luxembourg. Can they get another boost, like in the prediction vote? Or will Luxembourg stay here at the end of the table? We can reveal that the public has awarded Luxembourg 62 points.
The juries didn't have too high of an opinion on them, but the public really saved Luxembourg here. Not a winning score, but brings Luxembourg above the 100-point mark. Let's see what the public thought of Cyprus next. Will the televote comebacks continue here, or will Cyprus get let down there? We can reveal that Cyprus was given a televote score of 67 points.
With that, Cyprus leaves all previous countries to get their televote score behind. Shows that Marina should never be underestimated, like so many did over and over again in this edition. Well, let's return to an automatic finalist, as it's time for Jersey to get its televote result. Can Jersey catch up in this televote enough to once again reach the type of result it got in its glory days of 2024? Let's see when we reveal that Jersey received 42 points.
Probably not quite the score they hoped for, as it means they once more missed the left side of the scoreboard by quite a bit. Still, a respectable score for their first ever native artist. Well, let's now look at a returning artist who has outperformed her previous result by quite a bit, and also made the country she represents this time the only debutante in this final, which is Yisolt from Cameroon. How far can this debut still go? Let's see when we reveal that Cameroon has received a public score of 63 points.
Cameroon thereby is the highest placing country of the ones who got their final score revealed so far. A good result for their debut for sure. Speaking of good results, Denmark is next to get their score. Right now, they are sitting in 24th place, the same placement they got on their most successful participation. If they get at least 28 more points and overtake Jersey, they for sure get their best result of all time. If not, they have to hold out hope for a bit longer until one of the countries ahead of them flops in this televote. Either way, they would at the very least get a shared best result this edition, so that's something, I guess. Denmark, the public has awarded you 56 points.
Denmark therefore only falls short of Cameroon's score by 2 points, but is now guaranteed to get their best result of all time. Too bad their usual juror Vexior flopped in the voting and missed the deadline despite promising to vote a day earlier, as we would have liked to congratulate him for his country doing well again, even if he didn't have much to do with that this time. Oh well, let's hope he now feels motivated to give Denmark yet another best ever result next time, so he can claim to be the country's most successful head of delegation. Well, let's now take a look at the points of a country we are very excited for, the host Latvia. Will we finally break the curse of host countries always ending up in the bottom 3 of the final? We certainly hope so, but let us confirm that Latvia has received 64 points.
We really don't want to brag, but we will. This means Latvia is officially the best performing host country of all time. It also means that next edition, we are once again an automatic finalist, so we will of course try to get a great result then once more. First though, let's continue with our quest to find out who won this edition, as we sadly couldn't quite get the points needed for back-to-back wins. For that, we now look at Jordan. Last edition, Jordan had anything but a successful debut, reaching a depressing 237th place. They already got a massive improvement by making it to the final, but how well did they do here? Jordan, you have received an additional 41 points.
A decent enough score, though it won't get Jordan anywhere near the win. Congratulations to your massive improvement regardless. Now, let's go and take a look at Estonia. They haven't been in the final since the very first edition, but now Estonia made it back there. Last time they came this far, they reached their best ever result at 19th place. Will they beat that this time? Estonia, the audience at home has granted you 46 points.
This makes Estonia the most successful song from a Eurovision national final of this edition, though the result leaves a bit to be desired. We will see what position it gets Estonia to ultimately, but now it's time for Curaçao to get their points. Will Blackbriar's robbery get an adequate revenge, or will this island underperform yet again? Curaçao. The public awarded you 79 points.
Curaçao leaves all other songs to get points so far behind. It's not enough to win, but for now, they sit in 6th place. Certainly a decent result for them.
This brings us to the most infamous song in this final, which is Iraq. Will the song live up to its end boss status some have given it, or will the country underperform? Iraq. You have received from the public a score of 72 points.
This means that Iraq falls short of Curaçao's score by 5 points. Given how nobody seemed to have faith in this song though, and how this came last in the Harmonyvision final, I think it can be quite happy with this result regardless. Well, half the televotes revealed, and yet not a single one was able to dethrone Lesotho so far. Will it remain this way when we look at perhaps the most iconic artist of this final, the legendary Wolfie from Palau? So, Palau. The televoters have granted you just 39 points.
Looks like our juries liked Palau's entry a lot more than the televoters this edition. Unfortunate, but Wolfie at least got Palau to its second final ever, so he can be quite proud regardless. Let's see if the British Antarctic territory had more success. Can Goodnight Louisa win yet another contest and bring it over to Antarctica? Let's see when revealing that the televote brought them an additional 72 points.
For now, Louisa leaps into 4th place, meaning that she proved everyone wrong who expected her to flop today. Congratulations for that, even if it's not another win. Perhaps Queen Maudland can get there, though? Queen Maudland, you have received a public score of 81 points.
Queen Maudland also can't get ahead of the two frontrunners, but reaches a score of over 200 points and for now sits in 3rd place.
Perhaps Kingman Reef, now in the final at last, was more successful at overtaking the frontrunners, though? Kingman Reef, the public gave you 83 points. That's not quite the winning score either, but a respectable result nevertheless, given the territory's flop last edition.
Let's look at returning finalist Nathan Wagner. Can the Marshall Islands get yet another top 5 result here? Maybe even outperform their previous result in the final? Marshall Islands, you have been awarded 67 points.
This means that the Marshall Islands will not be able to beat their top result of 4th place. Still, a respectable score for Nathan Wagner once again. Now, let us take a look at another territory that went from preliminary exit all the way to the final between its 2 appearances, as it's time for Sark to get its public score. So Sark, the public has given you an additional score of 144 points. We have a new leader.
Looks like this horse was indeed a massive dark horse of this edition, as Sark storms to 1st place for now. Don't get too excited just yet though, as we still have 7 more countries that could end up ahead of it. The first of those is Guadeloupe. In order to place ahead of Sark, Guadeloupe would need 138 more points from the public. And they have received 58 points.
Not really a score that gets them to the top of this edition, but it means that they are guaranteed a top 10 result. I guess that should be a reason to celebrate.
Well, let's now look at the last automatic finalist still in the running, which is Norway. Can they maybe even improve on their best result of 3rd place? Or will Norway underperform with the public? We can reveal that Norway got 45 points.
Gets them ahead of their own territory of Queen Maudland, but not in the winning territory either. Sadly, no best ever result for Norway, but their 3rd top 10 placement in 5 participations regardless. What an achievement. Well, let's now take a look at Japan, which right now is 3 positions away from its best ever result. Japan. The public has given you an additional 75 points.
Japan for now goes all the way up to 2nd place, and is thereby guaranteed to get not only its best result of all time, but also the best result any Asian country has ever received in this contest. Congratulations for this amazing achievement. Well, just 4 more countries to go, so let's look at the Netherlands next. They have already reached their best placement ever, just with the points they have right now, but how far can the Netherlands still go? If they receive at least 90 points, they would beat Sark and remain in the running for the win. So, Netherlands. You have received a televote score of 83 points.
The Netherlands thereby falls 7 points short of beating Sark for the frontrunner position, but will for sure place within the top 5 regardless. Congratulations for that. Now, only 4 countries can still win this edition, and one of them is the Cayman Islands. Cayman Islands. You need 82 televote points or more to beat Sark for the frontrunner position. And the public gave you 69 points.
Probably not what they hoped for, as this means they not only don't beat Sark for first place, but not even the Netherlands for second place. They will still finish in the top 5, but could fall even more when the last 2 countries get their points. And just like that, only 3 potential winners remain. Either Lesotho, Finland, or current frontrunner Sark will be the winner of this edition. Let us narrow this down when revealing the televote for Finland. If Finland receives at least 55 points, they will overtake Sark and become the frontrunner of this voting. Can they pull that off? Either way, even now Finland already has reached the best result in their history, so they can be proud in any case. Finland. The public awarded you a score of 94 points! Finland takes the lead!
The tension couldn't possibly be higher, as this means that we only have 2 possible winners left. Either Finland or Lesotho will take the crown today. In order for Lesotho to win, they would need to receive another 88 points from the public. Not an impossible score, but keep in mind that, aside from Sark and Finland, no other country has received a score this high from this televote. If Lesotho receives 87 points, Finland would be the winner based on the televote result. So, Lesotho, after your 214 points from the national juries and the 17 prediction points, the public has awarded you an additional score of 115 points. Lesotho is the winner of the Worldvision Fan Contest 2025B.
Well, this certainly puts our executive supervisor in a bit of a problematic situation, as he will be forced to find the 3 people from Lesotho that actually have decent quality pictures available on Google when picking the next host. Either way, congratulations for Lesotho, which for the first time ever brings this contest to Africa.
Latvia will, of course, try to win it back there, as it will return into the exclusive circle of the Big Five for the next edition. Speaking of which, the same goes for this edition's Big Five countries: Norway, Queen Maud Land, Luxembourg, and Jersey, who all join Lesotho in the next grand final.
As to when the next edition will open, it will be sometime in early 2026, though our executive supervisor hasn't decided on a date just yet. Just watch out for community tab announcements, I guess.
Well, I think that concludes this edition. Now the only thing remaining is... Wait, what's going on?
I think the signal is being jammed.
How do we stop it?
Ah, finally, those annoying hosts shut up for a moment. Anyway, hello, it's me, Windows 95 man. I have a very important announcement to make. This contest will be back tomorrow already. And finally, it will be just to my liking, as there will be just one rule. And that rule is...